Let's talk about weird stuff that happened in college. So I was in college. I was all of 20 at this time. Yep, all of 20. And I had a little boyfriend. He was a good man. He was about 2 years older than me. Amazing, amazing guy. So it's November in like 2018. And he picks me up because it's my birthday. And he would buy me whatever I wanted. Whatever I wanted, I got. So I get in the car and he has about 9 gifts wrapped up in pink. Everything's pink. It's so pretty. It's so amazing. We have been dating for a minute. And I love gifts, so I get to unwrapping the gifts right then and there. He's just smiling, just amazed at how happy I was that he did all of this. So I opened the first gift and it's some shoes. I wasn't huge on gym shoes, so I was excited. Opened the second gift, it was a new purse. Opened the third gift, it was new earrings. I opened the fourth gift and it was a charger because he knew my phone was always dead. I opened the fifth gift, it was another charger. He said that's one you're going to keep in your car and the other one you're going to keep at home. I opened the fifth gift and it was another charger. I said, okay, baby, stop, for real. I opened the sixth gift and I can't tell you what else I got because I lost track at the chargers again after this. So at this time, he's taking me to my favorite restaurant and that's Olive Garden. That was my favorite restaurant. I love pasta. But oddly, after all of this time of dating, he takes the back way through the woods. And I got nervous, but it wasn't that big of a deal because he knew how to drive. I didn't. And honestly, maybe he just felt like that was the quicker route. So I chilled like I always did in the passenger seat. So we make it to Olive Garden and I'm so happy to be there. Like I'm ecstatic. I'm happy I'm at Olive Garden. My man just took me to Olive Garden and he's pouting. And I say, baby, what's wrong with you? He says, nothing. I said, now, you know I can't eat and be happy on my birthday if you're not happy. He says, just stop. I'm not answering no questions. Just be happy then. I said, no, but I really want to know, like, what's going on? And he slams down his utensils and says, I told you not to ask me another question. I said, oh, okay. Because at this time, I'm real ratchet. I said, look, you're not going to have no attitude with me on my birthday. And yeah, y'all, I was like that. And he starts cussing at me and says, everything is always about you. And I said, you going to do this on my birthday? Maybe he was, right. But it's my birthday. Like, what are you saying? So I said, do you want to leave? He was like, no, just eat your food. And he had never snapped at me like that. He was a nice guy. I said, all right, I'm gonna keep eating my little pasta then. I eats my pasta or whatever, but I couldn't eat knowing he was over there pouting. And so we get up and leave. We take the back roads back to my house. He says, what if I swerve off the road and kill us both? I said, oh, snap. And he gets to swerving. The car is moving. The car is bussing, doing U's on a back road. Nobody is back there. Oh, man, I get to praying. I turn in on my seat and I get to praying. He's swerving. He said, I'm going to kill us both. Oh, baby. I promise y'all I'm praying. And I heard something say, just jump out, I'll save you. When the car slows down, jump out, I'll save you. And I start battling in my mind. I said, Lord, I'm not jumping out this car. I can't do it. He ain't slowing down. I crawled up in a ball, closed my eyes, let him swerve. And before we knew it, he was pulling into my driveway. When we pulled up, he locked the doors, grabbed my arms and told me I'm not going nowhere. The only thing that I could think to say and scream, and I'll never forget this day. I never spoke too much about Jesus to people, but I yelled to the top of my lungs, Jesus, Jesus. I start screaming, Jesus. His name just moved mountains that day. And somehow I got out the car. And when I got out, that man told me, I'm going to kill you. And I just started praying. I ain't never prayed like that a day in my life. I started praying that demon down. That man was bigger than me. 6 feet tall. I was like that short girlfriend. I'm in tears. It is below zero. I am freezing. I am screaming, Jesus. I feel like nobody on earth heard me. Why that grown man started crying? The more I called on Jesus' name, he started crying. He broke down to his knees.
Story time. This is all alleged. This never happened. This is just a story for shits and giggles. So my brother and I went to the same college. I would walk down to his house all the time to hang out with him. This particular night, he wasn't home. His roommates weren't home. They were out doing something. So I walk through his kitchen and I grab a snack because it's just candy, whatever. So I'm eating the candy. I'm sitting down on his living room couch. I decide to go upstairs. This is about an hour later. I'm upstairs in his room. I'm laying down on his bed. I'm scrolling on my phone. I hear a baby crying. I'm like, what is this agitating sound that I'm hearing right now? It sounded like it was coming from the hallway. So I'm like, maybe one of his roommates left the TV on. So I go in the hallway, dead silent, pitch black. So I'm hearing shit. Because I'm like, there's no way. I'm just scared. I'm in my head because I'm home alone right now. But I'm in the hallway. I said, might as well go to the bathroom so I don't have to get back up again. So I'm in the bathroom. No need to shut the door all the way. I'm home alone. So I gave it a little tap. The door's cracked. I'm on the toilet. I look up. I see someone looking at me through the crack of the door like this. Thank God I'm on the toilet because I just about shit myself. First thing that went through my head was my autopsy about to be embarrassing as hell because I didn't shave. someone's trying to kill me. I'm about to die. I readjust my eyes. I look back up. No one's there. Nothing's there. So I'm like, either I'm seeing shit or I'm really about to die. I'm really about to be in a documentary. I go to the hallway. I flick the hallway lights on. Nobody's there. So I go back to my brother's room. I shut the door. I lock it. I'm scrolling through my phone again. I'm on his bed. And I'm looking under the crack of the door. And it looks like I'm seeing feet walking back and forth in front of the door. So now I'm like really shaking. Like I'm like hyperventilating, paranoid shaking right now. My heart's dropped to the floor, to the ground, to the window, to the wall. I'm about to die. So I open the door. I'm like, yo, like, joke's over. Shit wasn't funny 5 minutes ago. It's not funny now. If someone's here messing with me, like, no one answered. So I go downstairs. I'm like, I'm just going to keep myself occupied until they come home. I walk downstairs. I'm like, damn, I'm kind of hungry. My tummy rumbling. So I cook 4 packs of ramen noodles, 2 boxes of Velveeta mac and cheese, and I bake brownies. So I got all this food in front of me on the kitchen table, and I'm eating it. Shortly after, his roommate walks through the front door. I'm like, hey. He's like, hey, thank God. Like, where the hell were you 5 minutes ago? I didn't say anything, though, whatever. 2 minutes goes by. I hear a faint, yo, who ate my edibles? Huh? He comes in the kitchen. He looks at me. I look at him. He looks down at my food. I look down at my food. I look back up at him. He looks back up at me. He goes, you ate the whole bag? The whole bag. It was Sour Patch watermelon in a Ziploc bag. I said, why you got that shit in a Ziploc bag? I thought that shit was cane.
Bruh, when they said you need to live the college experience, that was no joke. That is an experience, all right. The way me and my friends like to put it, like, your semesters in college are different seasons of your own TV show, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. The amount of craziness that happens, the amount of times my friends and I had to turn into fucking FBI agents because one of our friends went dead ass missing, like, gone. Like, we had to go look for them. And not everyone in season 1 gonna be there in season 2. You might never see it. Someone could be there in every single episode of season 1. Soon as season 2 come, you never hear from them ever again. Y'all gonna be sitting there like, what was the point of them being in the season then? I'm talking about random events happening left and right. There's randos that you see that suddenly become a part of the whole season for a little bit. There's people that'll pop up for 1 episode and it'll be like the craziest episode of your life, and then you never see them ever again. Crossover episodes gonna be happening like a motherfucker. You gonna see people you thought you was never gonna even speak to, but suddenly you know them cause such and such know them. And it's like one big crossover episode for like 2 days straight and then back to normal. Never see them again. The whole vibe changes. The whole plot twist changes. There's a new protagonist and antagonist. It's so crazy, bro. It's just so crazy, bro.